Did we do an example on taking imaginary parts the other day? Have we taken B and constructed? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am. One problem.
One e raised to x into sine wave we had done. Okay. Let us do some more examples on this. Determine the regular function. Determine the regular function f of z determine the regular function f of z given v is equal to x minus y divided by x square plus y square. X minus y divided by x square plus y square. Have we done such examples in taking real part? No, we have done. Y divided by is taken. Okay, let it. So again here, v is given to us. V is equal to x minus y divided by x square plus y square. Now differentiate with respect to x and with respect to y partially. Vx. So here x can be seen in numerator as well as denominator. So we'll go for the quotient rule, u by v form. X square plus y square as it is, denominator term. Derivative of the numerator is 1 minus numerator will keep as it is. Derivative of the denominator with respect to x partially. So derivative of x square is 2x. That of y square will be 0. Whole divided by, we have square of the denominator. Simplify this, it is x square plus y square minus 2x square plus 2xy whole divided by x square plus y square whole square. This term here it is 2x square, and again when you multiply y it becomes 2xy, and outside you have minus sign. So we get minus 2x square and plus 2xy. Okay. Now this is our Vx. Let us differentiate with respect to y partially. Again by quotient rule, denominator will keep as it is. Derivative of the numerator with respect to y. Derivative of x minus y, it is minus 1. Minus numerator will keep as it is. Derivative of the denominator with respect to y partially. So we get 2y divided by x square plus y square whole square. Simplify this. It is minus x square minus y square because we have minus here. Then multiply this 2y to the bracket term. Outside you have minus also. So it is minus 2xy plus 2y square whole divided by this x square plus y square whole square. If you simplify this, again you get minus x square, 2y square and minus y square, it becomes plus y square minus 2xy divided by x square plus y square whole square. Now we'll go for considering f dash z. Consider f dash z is equal to ux plus I Vx. Ux means we substitute x square. We did simplify this one more step here. Here x square and minus 2x square are there. It becomes minus x square plus y square plus 2xy divided by it is x square plus y square whole square. Okay. Plus x square minus 2x square, that is simplified it. So what we have here is minus x square plus y square plus 2xy divided by x square plus y square whole square plus I into is minus x square plus y square minus 2xy divided by x square plus y square whole square. See what we get here by substituting x equal to z and y equal to 0 using Milne-Thomson method.
Ma'am,
Yes,
ma'am, I into minus x square plus y square plus adhan plus 2xy.
wait. I didn't use this CR equations, right? Ux plus IVX is there. Ux we don't know. So I just wait. I have to wait. I'll write it once again. I didn't write the CR equations here. Ux plus IVX is there. We don't know Ux. So instead of Ux, what you have to write? Everybody is keeping quiet. What is Ux equal to?
Vy, ma'am.
Yes, yes. So to write Vy plus it is I Vx. Now let us write it. Vy means here it is minus x square plus y square minus 2xy divided by x square plus y square whole square, then plus I into Vx. Vx is minus x square plus y square plus 2xy divided by x square plus y square whole square. Is it right now? Okay. What happens if you put x equal to z and y equal to 0 now? Minus z square divided by z square whole square plus I into, again you have minus z square, y is 0, so next two terms become 0, divided by it is z square whole square. What the term becomes? Z square divided by z raised to 4 means it is minus 1 by z square plus I into, again minus 1 by z square. Or we can write it as minus 1 minus I into 1 by z square. Now this is our f dash z. Integrate it to obtain f of z. F of z is equal to minus 1 minus I is constant, will keep outside, integration of 1 by z square dz. What's the integration of 1 by z square? It can be written as what will you write integration of 1 by z square as? It is z raised to minus 2. What's the integration of z raised to minus 2?
Minus 1 by z.
Yes. Z raised to minus 1 divided by minus 1. You can write it as minus 1 divided by z. So minus 1 minus I, it is kept as it is. Integration of 1 by z square is minus 1 by z, plus we'll add a constant c. Now since this constant will be associated with real part, we'll be adding just c there. Now here it is 1 plus I divided by z plus c. That is our f of z. Are the examples sufficient on this Cartesian form? Shall we move to polar form?
Yes, ma'am.
The same procedure is there everywhere. Again, even in polar form, again the similar procedure will be followed. Others? Shall we continue with polar form? Then for that, try these examples at home. Minus sin x sin hy. This is imaginary part. V is equal to. Again, V is equal to e power minus x sin y minus y cos y. E raised to minus x x cos y plus y sin y. Try these examples. Now let us go for construction of analytic function in polar form. Construction of analytic functions in polar form. I'll directly go to examples. You know the procedure already. Okay. Construct an analytic function. Construct an analytic function. F of z is equal to u plus ib. Given u is equal to r square cos 2 theta. So here you should recognize that your u is given in terms of polar form. Let us take it. U is r square cos 2 theta. Now we'll differentiate this u with respect to r and with respect to theta. ur cos 2 theta is held constant. Derivative of r square, it is 2r. Then u theta, r square is held constant. Derivative of cos 2 theta, this minus 2 sin 2 theta. We get minus 2r square into sin 2 theta. So we have ur and we have u theta. Now consider what is f dash z in polar form. What is f dash z in polar form?
E raised to minus I theta ur plus I theta.
Yes. This e raised to minus I theta ur plus I vr. Let us substitute the CR equations because we know ur, we know what is u theta, we don't know what is vr. So from CR equations, what you can write? From CR equations, RVR equal to, what is RVR equal to?
Minus u theta.
Good. Minus u theta. So this implies VR is equal to minus 1 by R into u theta. So f dash z becomes e raised to minus theta ur plus I into, instead of VR, we'll write minus 1 by R into U theta. So F dash Z becomes e raised to minus I theta UR minus I divided by R into U theta. Here you have I and then multiplied by minus 1 by R. So write it as minus I by R U theta. Now substitute for UR and U theta. E raised to minus I theta UR, it is 2R cos 2 theta minus I by R U theta, it is minus 2R square into sin 2 theta. Now, without simplifying, let us go for Milne-Thomson method. Applying Milne-Thomson method. What will be substituting? Put
R equal to Z and theta equal to 0.
Yes, R equal to Z and theta equal to 0. So F dash Z becomes e raised to 0 is 1. 2 times Z cos 0 is again 1 minus, or minus into minus, let us write this as plus. We have minus and again minus. I divided by Z 2Z square, but sin 0 is 0. So anyhow, the term becomes 0 there. So what remains is only this term. We have sin 0 is 0, so the imaginary part totally becomes 0. Now integrate this to get F of Z. Integrating F of Z is equal to integration of 2Z with respect to Z. 2 constant, integration of Z is Z square by 2 plus a constant. What I can write the constant as?
IC. Because we are given with the real part, let us add IC. So F of Z is Z square plus I into C. Let us consider one more example. Determine the regular function. Determine the regular function given the real part is 1 by R square cos 2 theta minus R sin theta. What will you take it as?
U equal to?
Yes,
U.
real part is, yes, real part is given. So let us consider it as U. Let U is equal to 1 by R square cos 2 theta minus R sin theta. Now differentiate with respect to R partially. In the first term, cos 2 theta is held constant. What is the derivative of 1 by R square with respect to R? It is as good as derivative of R raised to minus 2. 1 by R square means it is R raised to minus 2. What's the derivative of R raised to minus 2? It is in the form of x raised to n. Minus 2 into
R cube.
Yes, R raised to minus 3. Or we can write minus 2 divided by R cube. So derivative of 1 by R square, it is minus 2 divided by R cube cos theta. Cos 2 theta is held constant. Minus sin theta is held constant. Derivative of R with respect to R, we get it as 1. So
ur is equal to minus 2 by r cube into cos 2 theta minus sin theta. Now let us differentiate with respect to theta partially. Differentiate this u with respect to theta. 1 by r square is held constant. What is the derivative of cos 2 theta? Yes.
Minus sin 2 theta into 2.
Yes, that is minus 2 sin 2 theta. Derivative of cos 2 theta, it is minus sin 2 theta. Again into the derivative of 2 theta, we get the 2. Minus r again is held constant. Derivative of sin theta is cos theta. Now we'll write it as minus 2 by r square into sin 2 theta minus r cos theta. Okay. Now let us go for f dash z. F dash z is equal to e raised to minus I theta ur plus I vr. Now we'll substitute for vr. We know that r vr is equal to minus u theta. So vr is equal to minus 1 by r into u theta. Let us substitute it. I as it is minus 1 by r into u theta. From CR equations it is. From CR equations. So this becomes e raised to minus theta into ur minus I by r u theta. Let us substitute it. E raised to minus I theta. Ur, it is minus 2 by r cube cos 2 theta minus sin theta. This is ur. Substitute for u theta. Minus I by r, what is u theta? Minus 2 by r square sin 2 theta minus r cos theta. Now put r equal to z and theta equal to 0. So that f dash z is e raised to 0, it is 1, minus 2 by z cube, cos 0, it is 1, sin 0 term becomes 0. Then again here you have sin 0, it becomes 0. Now if you multiply these two terms, minus of minus it is plus I, and your r cancels off here, or it can say that z cancels. Then cos of 0, it is 1. E raised to 0 here, it is 1. Minus 2 divided by, we have r cube, that is z cube. Then cos 0, it is 1. Sin 0 term, it becomes 0. Again, in the imaginary part, we have sin 0, it becomes 0. If you multiply this minus I by r with this term, r cancels. Minus of minus, it is plus I into cos 0 is 1. So we got f dash z. Integrate it to obtain f of z. Integrating f of z is equal to minus 2 integration of, I'll write it as z raised to minus 3 so that we can integrate conveniently, plus I dz. Here it is 1 by z cube. Instead of 1 by z cube, let us write it as z raised to minus 3. Minus 2 times, what's the integration of z raised to minus 3? Minus 2 should be multiplied.
Z raised to minus 2 by minus 2.
Yes. And one
minus
more, I am writing it inside. That's why I have written it. Minus 2 will write it inside because it is only for the first term, minus 2, we'll write it here only. So minus 2, integration of z raised to minus 3, it is z raised to minus 2 divided by minus 2 plus I, what is integration of I?
IZ.
I into integration of 1 it is, that is z. So minus 2 term cancels, what we get is z raised to minus 2 plus iz plus we can add a constant c. So what is f of z? F of z is equal to 1 by z square plus iz plus c. Determine a regular function f of z is equal to u plus iv given v is equal to minus sin theta divided by r. So we are given with the imaginary part here, v is equal to minus sin theta divided by r. Let us differentiate it. Vr minus sin theta is held constant. Derivative of 1 by r. What's the derivative of 1 by r? With respect to r.
Minus 1 by r square.
Minus
1 by r square.
Yes, minus 1 by r square it is. Derivative of 1 by r, it is minus 1 divided by r square. Okay, that is our VR. Minus minus cancels here. We get 1 by r square into sin theta. Now let us differentiate with respect to theta partially. Derivative of sin theta keeping minus 1 by r as constant. Keep minus 1 by r constant. Derivative of sin theta is cos theta. Okay. So we have v theta is minus 1 by r into cos theta. Now consider f dash z. F dash z is equal to e raised to minus I theta ur plus ivr. Now for which term will we substitute the CR equations?
For
UR, yes, because we know V theta and VR, we don't know what is UR. Now what's the CR equation? RUR is equal to V theta. So we get UR is equal to V theta divided by R. So let us substitute it. It becomes e raised to minus I theta into one second. Let us substitute for e raised to minus I theta it is. We'll substitute for VR, it is, UR we need to substitute. For UR, we'll substitute V theta divided by R. V theta divided by R plus I into VR will keep as it is. Now, substitute their values, e raised to minus I theta. V theta means it is minus 1 by R cos theta. Again divided by r it is. So into we have 1 by r plus I into it is VR. What is VR equal to? Let us substitute. VR it is 1 by r square into sin theta. Okay. V theta divided by r is there. So only V theta means it is minus 1 by r cos theta. Again it is to be multiplied by 1 by r. So we'll take again 1 by r plus I VR. VR value it is 1 by r square sin theta. See what we get here. It is e raised to minus I theta minus 1 by r square cos theta plus I by r square sin theta. Now go for your Milne-Thomson method. Put r equal to z and theta equal to 0. F dash z is equal to e raised to 0 is 1 minus 1 by z square. Cos 0 is 1, sin 0 becomes 0. Now integrate it, we get f of z is equal to the integration of minus 1 by z square.
1 by z.
1 by z plus a constant c. So that is our solution. Construct analytic function. Given imaginary part is r minus 1 by r into sin theta. So take it as V. Let V equal to r minus 1 by r into we have sin theta. Now let us differentiate with respect to r partially. Derivative of r, let me write the constant first as it is. Sin theta is held constant. What is the derivative of r? With respect to r, we'll get 1. Derivative of 1 by r is minus 1 by r square. Yes. So what we get is sin theta into 1 plus 1 by r square. Now what about v theta? Differentiate with respect to theta partially. R minus 1 by r is held constant. Derivative of sin theta it is cos theta. Now consider again the derivative. F dash z is equal to e raised to minus I theta ur plus I VR. Using CR equations, what is ur equal to? R ur equal to v theta. So ur equal to v theta divided by r plus I into VR will keep as it is. Now substitute 1 by r as it is, this term, v theta it is sin theta into 1 plus 1 by r square plus I, VR is r minus 1 by r into we have cos theta. Now without any simplification, let us use Milne-Thomson method. Put r equal to z and theta equal to 0. So what will be f dash z? 0 is 1. First term has sine theta. So sine 0 is 0. So first term totally becomes 0 plus I into z minus 1 by z. Cos 0 it is 1. So we have I into z minus 1 by z. That is our f dash z. Now integrate this to obtain f of z. What is f of z equal to? I outside integration of z minus 1 by z. What's the integration? I as it is. Integration of z is z square by 2. Integration of 1 by z. What's the integration of 1 by z? Minus what's the integration of 1 by z? 1 by z square? No.
Log z.
Yes. You are integrating here, not differentiating. Integration of z is z square by 2. Integration of 1 by z, we'll get it as log z plus a constant c. So this is our f of z. I hope these examples are sufficient on construction of analytic functions. Is it so? Yes or no?
Yes.
You have next class or you are free? Do you have next class or you are free?
Don't know, ma'am.
I don't know means usually sir, it is Zumuchki sir's class, no? No?
Yes, ma'am.
Will he take class or he will take at 11:30?
11:30 only, ma'am.
Then are you free now?
Yes, ma'am.
If you are free, anyhow I have A division class. So I thought I'll combine and take because we are going very, very slow. So I thought if we can combine and take one more class, if you agree.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So be there, then let the B division students join the class so that I can continue. Can take a break for 5 minutes. Let them join. We'll continue again. Try these examples at home. Good morning once again, friends.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Okay. Let us again continue with this construction of analytic functions, but you will not be given with real and or imaginary parts. A little bit different type of examples. Okay, let us go for them and let them continue with other. So see this example, that is, determine the analytic function f of z equal to u plus iv if the sum of its real and imaginary part is x minus y into x square plus 4xy plus y square. So here you are not given with u or v, but you are given with sum of its real and imaginary part. Then what will you write it as? Sum of its real and imaginary parts means what will you take? Yes?
U plus v.
iv.
Not iv, u plus v only. U plus iv means it becomes f of z only, right? Sum of its
plus IV.
no, not iv. That's what I'm telling. Sum of its real and imaginary part. What's the real part? Real part is u. Sum of real and imaginary part only. So you take only v, not iv. If you write u plus iv, then it itself becomes your f of z. Then there is nothing left of to find. Okay. So sum of real and imaginary part, that is u plus v, it is given to us as x minus y into x square plus 4xy plus y square. Okay. Now with this we have to find the function f of z is equal to u plus iv. Now how will you do that? Let us first multiply this so that differentiation will be easier instead of going for u into v. Anybody? Can you multiply and tell me what will be the product? It is x cube plus y cube plus 3xy into x minus y. If you multiply these two terms, okay, so you'll be getting x cube plus y cube plus 3xy into x minus y. That is u plus v. Or even if you want to simplify further, you can write x cube plus y cube plus 3x square y minus 3x y square. This is u plus v. Now let us differentiate partially with respect to x. Differentiate partially.
And we can take x plus y whole cube.
Is it x plus y whole cube? Here it is minus, no?
Oh, yes.
Is it? Okay, if it is not x
And it
minus
is minus y cube.
It is minus y cube. Oh yeah. Yes, yes. Then is it x minus y? X cube minus y cube. Is it right? Just verify it. Have I written correctly? Have
Yes,
I written correctly?
It is right.
Is it? That's right. Then can you write it as x minus y whole cube? If at all you write that, what happens is later simplification will become difficult, I think, because what we are going to do is differentiate partially with respect to x and then with respect to y.
And it is not a x
And
minus y whole cube. Yes, x
not
cube minus y cube minus 3xy will come, then it will be x minus y whole.
Yes, minus 3xy into x minus y it will be. Here you have got plus 3xy, right? Okay. Okay. Now let us differentiate partially once with respect to x and then again with respect to y. If you differentiate with respect to x, you'll get ux plus vx is equal to, right? Derivative of u with respect to x, it is written as ux. Derivative of v with respect to x, we'll just write it as vx. Okay. Now, what about the terms on the RHS? Differentiate the RHS terms. Derivative of x cube, we have 3x square. Derivative of y cube will be 0 plus 3y is constant. 3y is constant. Derivative of x square, it is 2x minus 3y square is constant, derivative of x will be 1. So we have ux plus vx is equal to 3x square plus 6xy minus 3y square, right? Now, let me call this as 1, this as 2, right? Now, let us differentiate 1 with respect to y partially. With respect to y partially. So, what it becomes? LHS, derivative of u with respect to y, derivative of v with respect to y. It is uy plus vy. Now, what we get on the RHS? Derivative of x cube will be 0. Then, what we have next? Derivative of minus y cube. It is minus 3y square plus 3x square is held constant. Derivative of y with respect to y it is 1 minus 3x constant. Derivative of y square is 2y. So we have uy plus vy is equal to minus 3y square plus 3x square minus 6xy. Okay, so also want to write it in the same way as we have here the second equation. So we'll have 3x square minus 6xy minus 3y square. The same term 3x square is written first, then we have minus 6xy minus 3y square. Now let me call this as equation 3. Now here we have in equation 2 ux plus vx, whereas in equation 3 we have uy plus vy. Now what we do is use the CR equation and write either these ux, vx in terms of uy, vy, or in third equation substitute CR equation and write it in the form of ux and vx. Okay, so better we'll use CR equations in equation 3. From CR equations, what we have here, what is uy equal to?
Minus Vx.
Yes. And Vy is equal to Ux, right? So what substituting them? Uy means it is minus Vx, Vy means it is Ux is equal to 3x square minus 6xy minus 3y square, or we can write it as Ux minus Vx is equal to 3x square minus 6xy minus 3y square. Okay, now let me call this as equation 4, adding equation 2 and equation 4. Adding 2 and 4. So what is equation 2? It is ux plus vx equal to, we have 3x square plus 6xy minus 3y square. Now we'll write this equation 4 below it. Ux minus vx, it is equal to 3x square minus 6xy minus 3y square. Okay. So if you add these two, what happens?
12x by
Vx cancels 2 times ux equal to. What will we get? 2ux equal to? Which term cancels?
6x square minus 6y square.
Yes. 6x square minus 6y square. Or we have ux is equal to 3x square minus 3y square. Right? This is our ux. Now, what about the other term? Let us subtract it. Let us subtract We want Vx for that. Subtract 4 from 2. So we'll write again equation 2 as Ux plus Vx is equal to 3x square plus 6xy minus 3y square. Now fourth equation, it is Ux minus Vx is equal to 3x square minus 6xy minus 3y square. Now we have to subtract this. Let us change the sign. Minus, plus, again minus, plus and plus. Now Ux term cancels. We'll get 2 times Vx equal to plus 3x square minus 3x square cancels, minus 3y square and plus 3y square cancels. What we get is 12xy. So Vx is equal to, we have 6xy. Now we have got Ux, we have got Vx. What next? We want to find the analytic function. What will you do next?
F dash of z equal to ux plus iv.
Yes. Consider f dash is z equal to ux plus I Vx. So we have Ux means it is 3x square minus 3y square plus I into 6xy. Now apply Milne-Thomson method. Apply Milne-Thomson method. Put x equal to z and y equal to 0. F dash z is equal to 3z square. Rest all term will become 0. Y is there, y is 0. Again, here in the last term, again we have y, it is 0. Now integrate this. Integrating f of z is equal to 3 const. Yes. Yes, any doubt?
No, ma'am.
So 3 integration of z square. What is integration of z square? Is z cube by 3 plus a constant c. Okay. So we have the function is z cube plus c. F of z is z cube plus c. This example has been asked many times in the VTU exam. So see that you practice this example. Usually they will ask such examples where you have u plus v or u minus v. Let us do one example on polar form. If f of z is equal to u of r theta plus I into v of r theta is analytic. And given u plus v is equal to 1 by r square cos 2 theta minus sin 2 theta. Cos 2 theta minus sin 2 theta. Determine the analytic function f of z. Analytic function f of z. So again here we are given with real part plus imaginary part, u plus v. So let us consider u plus v, it is 1 by r square cos 2 theta minus sin 2 theta. Now we'll differentiate with respect to r and then with respect to theta partially. Okay, so differentiate with respect to r partially. ur plus vr is equal to, what's the derivative now? We will be keeping cos 2 theta minus sin 2 theta as constant. Derivative of 1 by r square. What is derivative of 1 by r square?
Minus 2 by r cube.
Yes, it is derivative of r raised to minus 2. So we'll get minus 2 divided by r raised to 3. So this derivative of r raised to minus 2, it is in the form of x raised to n. So we can write it as minus 2 r raised to minus 3. That is minus 2 divided by r cube. Now let us differentiate with respect to theta partially. So what we have, u theta plus v theta. 1 by r square is taken constant. Derivative of cos 2 theta minus 2 sin 2 theta, and derivative of sin 2 theta is 2 cos 2 theta. Okay. What we have is minus 2 divided by this r square into, we have sin 2 theta plus, or shall I write first cos 2 theta? Cos 2 theta plus sin 2 theta. Because here it is cos 2 theta first, so I have written here also cos 2 theta first. Minus 2, it is taken outside, so we have plus in the middle. Minus 2 by r square cos 2 theta plus sin 2 theta. Now again, using CR equations, write either theta terms in terms of r or r in terms of theta. Okay, let us use it in the second one only. Using CR equations, r ur is equal to, we have v theta, and r vr is equal to minus u theta, or u theta becomes minus r vr. So let us substitute them. U theta means it is minus r vr, and v theta means it is r ur. That is equal to minus 2 by r square into cos 2 theta plus sin 2 theta. In this equation here, we are substituting for u theta and v theta from the CR equations. U theta is substituted as minus r vr, and v theta is substituted as r into vr. Now let us take this r which is common to the other side, so that we have ur minus vr is equal to minus 2 divided by r cube into cos 2 theta plus sin 2 theta. This r, which is common in both the terms, is taken to the RHS, so that becomes 2 divided by r cube. And the remaining terms are here ur, and minus sign is there, so we have ur minus vr. Now let me call this as equation 1, this as equation 2. Adding equation 1 and equation 2. Equation 1 plus equation 2. What we have, ur plus vr is equal to, if you want, you can even multiply this minus 2 by r cube inside and right, if you want to avoid confusion. Let us do that better. It is minus 2 by r cube cos 2 theta, minus of minus it becomes plus 2 by r cube sin 2 theta. And equation 2, we have ur plus vr is equal to Again, we'll multiply this minus 2 by r cube inside. It becomes minus 2 by r cube cos 2 theta, and again minus 2 by r cube, it is sine 2 theta. We are adding these two, it is ur minus nowhere. Equation 2, it is ur minus vr, so we'll write ur minus vr. Now if you add these two terms, vr gets cancelled. 2 times ur equal to, here again this term gets cancelled, I think, sine 2 theta term. Now what we have, what will you write it as? Minus 2 by r cube cos 2 theta, again minus 2 by r cube cos 2 theta. What it gives?
Minus 4 by r cube cos 2 theta.
Yes, that is minus 2 by r cube cos 2 theta, again minus 2 by r cube cos 2 theta, that means 2 times of it. We have minus 4 by r cube is cos 2 theta. Or we can write ur is equal to minus 2 by r cube cos 2 theta. Okay. Now, let us subtract the equations. What is equation 1 minus equation 2 now? So that we can get VR. Or else even you can do one thing, you can substitute this UR in one of the equations and see what is your VR equal to. You can go that way also, or you can subtract and you can check what is VR equal to. Okay. Let us subtract equation 1 minus equation 2. That is UR plus VR, it is minus 2 by r cube cos 2 theta plus 2 by r cube sine 2 theta, and we have ur minus vr is equal to minus 2 by r cube cos 2 theta minus 2 by r cube sine 2 theta. Now if you subtract these two equations, it becomes plus, again plus here, again plus. So ur term cancels. We have 2 times vr is equal to, this term will get cancelled, first term. So 2 by r cube sine 2 theta, again we have plus 2 by r cube sine 2 theta. It is 4 by r cube sine 2 theta. By r cube sine 2 theta, or we can write VR is equal to 2 by r cube sine 2 theta. Now let us go for f dash z. What if dash z is equal to? F dash z,
UR plus IVR.
Yes, e raised to minus I theta, UR plus I VR. Let us substitute UR and VR. E raised to minus I theta, UR means it is 2 by r cube into cos 2 theta plus I. VR means 2 by r cube into sine 2 theta. So use your Milne-Thomson method. Put r equal to z and theta equal to 0. F dash z is equal to e raised to 0, that is 1, minus 2 by z cube cos 0, it is 1. Sin 0 term becomes 0. So we have f dash z is equal to minus 2 by z cube. So what we can write f of z dash? F of z is minus 2 integration of 1 by z cube. It is as good as integration of z raised to
minus 2.
Yes, it is z raised to minus 2 divided by minus 2 plus a constant c. So minus 2 term cancels. What we have is 1 divided by z square plus c. This is the analytic function f of z. practice such examples where you are given with u plus v and u minus v. Let me give you. I hope 2 examples are sufficient on this.
Yes, ma'am.
Try these examples at home. U minus v is given. U minus v, it is e raised to x into cos y minus sin y. Answer is e raised to z plus t. One more is again u minus v is equal to x minus y. Was it the same we had taken, or is it x plus y we had taken?
Same, ma'am.
Same it is. Okay, then try only one example. Try this example. Have one more. Let me write. Does u plus v is equal to x plus y plus e raised to x into cos y plus sin y. Answer is z plus e raised to z. So let us move on to the next topic. This is all about construction of analytic functions. Now let us go to properties of analytic functions. Properties of analytic functions. So one of the properties is harmonic function. Harmonic function. So what is the harmonic function first? Any function phi, if you have, this function phi can be said as harmonic if it satisfies the Laplace equation. If it satisfies the Laplace equation. Have you heard about the Laplace equation?
Yes, ma'am.
What is it? Anybody? What's the Laplace equation?
Dou square f by dou x square plus dou square f by dou y square is equals to 0.
Yes. Dou square f by dou x square plus dou square f by dou y square is equal to 0. That is your Laplace equation, right? So if phi is any function and if it satisfies this Laplace equation, that is, let me write instead of f, I'll write here phi. If phi satisfies the Laplace equation, that means dou square phi by dou x square plus dou square phi by dou y square, if it is equal to 0, then we say that this function phi is a harmonic function. A function phi is said to be harmonic if it satisfies the Laplace equation. Now this is in the Cartesian form. Anybody knows what in the polar form? I think you won't use it usually. So in polar form, the Laplace equation is given by dou square phi by dou r square plus 1 by r dou phi by dou r plus 1 by r square dou square phi by dou theta square equal to 0. So this is in polar form. If phi satisfies any function phi, if it is in Cartesian, if it satisfies this equation, then phi is said to be harmonic. If it is in terms of r and theta, and if it satisfies this second equation, then we say that the function, given function phi, it is a harmonic function. Now, what relation we have with this analytic function and this harmonic function is, if a function f of z is analytic, if f of z is equal to u plus iv, if it is analytic, then your u and v are always harmonic. The real and imaginary parts, in other words, you can say the real and imaginary parts of an analytic function are always harmonic. So what it implies then? If f of z is u plus iv is analytic, this implies u and v are harmonic. If u and v are harmonic, what equation then will be satisfying? The Laplace equation. In Cartesian, it will be dou square u by dou x square plus dou square u by dou y square equal to 0. Or in other words, you can write uxx plus uyy will be equal to 0. That is, u is harmonic. Similarly, vxx plus vyy is equal to 0. Whenever you have f of z is analytic, these two properties will hold good. That is, u will be harmonic as well as v will also be harmonic in Cartesian. Again, if it's a given function f of z, it is in polar form, then what will be the equations? U will be harmonic means you will be writing urr plus 1 by r ur plus 1 by r square u theta is equal to 0. Okay. Or even v is harmonic, so vrr plus 1 by r vr plus 1 by r square v theta will be equal to 0. So these equations will always be satisfied whenever the function is analytic. So this is one of the properties of analytic functions. What it says is, whenever the function is analytic, the real part as well as the imaginary part, they are harmonic. Let me consider an example quickly. Show that u is equal to e raised to x cos y plus xy is harmonic. Actually, it is and write it. Let us see and find its harmonic conjugate. Find its harmonic conjugate and also the analytic function f of z. So what all you have to do? U is given to us as e raised to x into cos y plus xy. How to show that u is harmonic?
If it satisfies Laplace equation.
That is, you have to show uxx plus uyy equal to 0. Well, harmonic conjugate. See, whenever a function f of z you have in terms of u plus iv, we already know that u and v both are harmonic functions. Then U is said to be the harmonic conjugate of V. U is said harmonic conjugate of V. Similarly, V is said to be the harmonic conjugate of U. That is, U and V are said to be harmonic conjugates of each other. Because U and V both are harmonic, one is said to be the harmonic conjugate of other. So here the question asked is, find its harmonic conjugate. That means U is given, we need to find what is V. We have to find what is V, the harmonic conjugate, and also the analytic function. F of Z is equal to U plus IV. If you know U, if you know V, we can find what is F of Z in terms of Z there, U plus IV. Okay. So U is given the V raised to X cos Y plus X into Y. What is Ux equal to? Cos Y constant, derivative of E raised to X is E raised to X. Y as it is, derivative of X is 1. Again, let us differentiate this with respect to X because we want Uxx. Again, cos Y is held constant, derivative of E raised to X is E raised to X. Now, derivative of Y will be 0. So, we have Uxx is E raised to X into cos Y. Now, let us differentiate U with respect to Y partially now. E power X is held constant, derivative of cos Y is minus sin Y plus derivative of X into Y with respect to Y. X is held constant, derivative of Y is 1. Now, what is Uyy? Minus e power X is held constant, derivative of sin Y is cos Y. Derivative of X will be 0. Now, I can see Uxx plus Uyy, it is E raised to X into cos Y, and Uyy is minus E raised to X into cos Y, which gives 0. So this implies U is harmonic. U satisfies the Laplace equation, and therefore U is harmonic. So next we need to find the harmonic conjugate of U and also the analytic function. Now, how to find the harmonic conjugate? U is given to us. We need what is V. This is quite lengthy. I think time is up. Shall I continue or shall we stop here? Because it is quite lengthy example, we still need to find V and again the analytic function. I need at least, I think, 5 to 8 minutes. Shall I continue or you need a break? Shall we stop?
We'll stop, ma'am.
Okay, I'll continue the same example in the next class. Okay. So just we use harmonic, we are done. Let us find the harmonic conjugate and the analytic function in the next class. Okay, we'll stop it here.
Yes, ma'am. Next class, ma'am.
Yes?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.